bracelets. My mouse does not like this box. Okay, so let's switch to a different camera so I can show you this. So the base is made out of a single piece of wood. I think this one is maple, but I'm not 100% sure. And so basically, you're basically just turning a cylinder. And I've been meaning to do this demo for a long time, but it kept on getting too complicated. So I had different kind of jaws and collets and things to try to hold it. So I decided to bag all that. And this is if you want to make one bracelet, one size. That's what this will be good for, this demo. Jim brought some stuff in those. We'll see some other ideas on if you want to do production and different numbers of sizes and things. So what we're going to start with, basically you start with any piece of wood. I started pieces that are about 4 by 4 inches or so. Now, if you're going to do sizing, I found one small thing on the web, but Jim brought this in. Upside down. Yeah. Okay. Of common sizes. So he goes from petite is 2 1/8, small 2 1/4, medium 2 3/8, medium plus 2 1/2, large 2 5/8, extra large 2 3/4, which is what we're going to make today. Yeah, then 2 7/8 for men's medium, 3 inches for men's large. So inside diameter. And we're going to be doing the extra large today, 2 3/4 on ours. Thank Jim for bringing that in. Okay, so let's switch over to the. Okay.
A demonstration up at Scott Russell's shop 15 years ago. He was doing some fancy bracelets and he wanted a backup for some simple bracelets. So I made some simple bracelets, napkin rings, and finger rings. And being Scottish, I couldn't waste the wood. So from one blank of wood, I was using a cup saw, cut out the blank for the bracelet. And from I would start with the finger ring on the inside, holding the bigger piece of wood. One cup saw for the finger ring, another cup saw for the napkin ring, and then the leftover piece was the bracelet. And it worked out pretty good. I made a bunch of them.
Okay, basically what I'm starting with, there was a 4 by 4 square, so sort of like this. This is I think that's beech. And then what I did is I put it onto my woodworm screw with my chuck, turned it round, put a tenon on it, and then mounted it in the chuck. So that's, you can do that between centers or however you like getting things round. That's up to you. And now we're going to mark. I have my dividers set for 2 3/4. So go on here. When you do this, make sure you only touch it with one side. This side doesn't touch. So this side is supported on the tool rest, so you don't end up flipping dividers into your face. We'll mark it. I'll just so I can see it. So that's 2 3/4 to the line. And then there's plenty of meat out here for, the rest of the bracelet. The first thing I'm going to do is face this off. I should have done that first, but the important thing is you want to make sure that this piece of wood is very sound, no cracks, nothing that is going to make it fall apart later. Yeah, this is not where you want to do your malted maple or, so let's reset this. Now, what I'm going to do to start with is I'm going to drill out a lot of that center. You can turn out like a bowl if you want, but
Sheep like me, you could use a cup saw and save the inside wood.
What is a cup saw?
Hole saw. Hole saw. A hole
A hole saw. Okay. That's what I thought, but to make sure it wasn't some exotic tool I should go get. Yeah, that's a carbide Forstner. That's 2 inches. So it'll give me a good head start. So turn the speed down. And that's a brand new bit, and it feels like it. It's good. Okay, so about 3/4. I go a little deeper. Okay. I'll put this where I won't run into it. Okay, so now I'm just gonna turn out the extra here, and so yeah. Apologies for the noise. It doesn't really like this little table. Makes it shake all over the place.
It's in your 1642.
It's not.
Did it break it?
Nope. Still looks good. Make sure to edit that part out.
I don't know if I. Yep, plastic. Written. Again. Now, Tom, those jars only use one screw to hold them in, right? Or is that, those 50 millimeters?
These are 50 millimeter, two screws. Yeah. Hmm? It wasn't running real true.
Is that a record jar?
Nope, this is a Nova G3. Their new ProTech truck. Let's go a little easier going in. Scraper here real quick. Maybe a little bit bigger than 2 3/4. Okay, so I'm down to the bottom of the hole now. So what I'm going to do here now is make sure I don't think I'm straight in yet. There's the I'm down about 1 inch.
You're finished.
Well, about 1 inch 3/4, somewhere in there. So I'm not gonna get.
You are intending to go all the way. What you followed out now is the whole thing.
Yeah.
The whole ring.
Yep.
There's no phase where you come from the other side.
What's that?
There's no phase where you come back from the other side.
No. Well, yeah, I will come back.
Just the finish.
Right.
Yeah.
Right when I'm about to put it. So I'm obviously not straight going in here. So what I'll do is now is I'll try to straighten that out so it's a. Use a skew. Hmm? Yep, just use like a scraper. Yeah, I'm using the toe. Let's see where I am now. The important thing is you want to get that parallel with the bedways. So I'm almost there now, just a little bit, a few degrees off. Almost, just a little bit off.
You're siding with the wave of the wave.
Yep. Yeah. There we go. That looks pretty good. Okay, so next thing I'm gonna do is just sort of mark the depth on the outside here. So gonna be my outside of my don't want to go too far in. Um, so now I'm gonna try to figure out what to make it look like. I'm thinking we'll just do an easy round over here. So I'm gonna take off some of the other thing I should have mentioned. This bank was basically the like a bowl orientation. The grain is running. See, where's the end grain? Yep. The grain's running this way, like a regular bowl. So the same rules apply as far as cut direction. Okay. So basically half the profile I'm going for here. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. So I'm just making a real nice simple profile here. I'm not gonna do any beads on this one. So I'm gonna try to get the same profile going to the other side, only I won't go quite as thin as this is. Yeah, I'll finish. No, I've never made them before. This is my first one. And to smooth it out, just do a little bit of use my negative ring scraper just to take a little bit off. Like Stuart Batty's description of a negative ray scraper, it's basically just like sandpaper. So that's the you want to approach it. But you want to use it as a finishing tool, not as a cutting tool. Yeah. Okay. So now I want to get into the get the inside sanded. Part of that outside. I'm gonna do too much here, but I don't want to erase too much stuff. But lower my speed a little bit so I don't burn my fingers. Yeah. Yeah, this part's pretty straightforward. It's all how do you hold it after you fire it off? That's when the excitement comes in. At least for me. Yep,
So that would be a perfect place for that.
yeah. Well, that's one of my options. I have my cold jaws here. But yeah, the little flat jaws.
Instead of like your, actually, you could screw this wood right to your cold wall. You just go to the-
Yeah, don't forget the edge. I always forget the base of the edge there. Let's go back. No, it's pretty flat.
No, at the entrance.
Oh yeah, there's a little chamfer on the end. Yeah, this is very small, but Hmm?
Sandpaper stone, right?
rounds it off real nice. And of course, you can put beads or grooves or burn lines in there if you want. Um, you can glue up different types of wood if you want. Do a ply, a glue up with walnut and maple if you wanted to. So if you do that, I would recommend um, making so the grains run opposite each other, give them more strength. These are surprisingly strong, but I'm sure they would crack if you try to put too much pressure on them.
I think the laminates together.
Yeah. Take this all the way up to 600 just for fun. Ooh. Got lots of tear out there. I did, but it because when I was cutting down there, that you're going against the grain. I have some, but I'll just fix it up when we turn it around.
What's that?
Yeah, that's what you want to get them nice and smooth because that's what's going to sell them. When someone picks them up, they feel soft almost from
I'll find you those.
for these I'm going to 600. It might be a little bit overkill, but this is where you want to spend the. I mean, little things like this, you want them very smooth because it's going to be against people's skin all day. They're going to be touching it. So this is um usually not wood unless I wet sand with an oil. Yeah, I would sand with usually with oil linseed oil if I want to fill the grain. Hmm. Yeah, I never wet sand with water. So unless I'm doing acrylic, then acrylic I use water. Okay. Well, a little bit better there, but I'm going to stop here and part this off. Okay, so I'm going to use my thin parting tool. We'll just take it off right around here. Yep. Yeah, I'm going to have to cut that a little bit and sand. I wanted to cut it too much. We'll see how much I have to cut. But yeah, I'll have to sand the whole side there. Did not get that cut deep enough. Yep. That I can get a little bit more of this off maybe. There we go. Paper thin. Okay, so now comes the tricky part is how do you hold this now to finish off this edge? So cold gel is one choice, which that's what I was going to try tonight. But the first thing I tried was just a jam chuck. Um, ouch.
That's a good customer test.
Hmm?
That's a good customer test.
What's that?
A jam chuck, if it doesn't snap apart on you, on the jam chuck.
Oh.
It might not snap apart on the customer.
That's true. That's definitely bigger than 2 3/4. So just I'll demonstrate this. Um,
You make that with a slight taper, so jams on there.
usually not too much of a taper because you don't want it squirting off. So it's more I try to keep it. I might put a taper just to start with. Just to make sure I can fit it. But this one's definitely too loose right now. So what I'm going to do is get rid of basically get rid of what's on there and start new.
Oh, God.
Quite. Almost. We'll sneak up little bits at a time here. Real easy to shoot. Go. Make it a little bit longer.
You know what we're just saying?
Yep.
Oh, why did it get down right around the side?
That's the way I had it. I have plenty of support from it as I'm cutting right here. Yeah, you could do it either way. Yeah. Well, in fact, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna get the fit, then we move to the cold jaws. There we go. So now,
Oh,
Um,
just the pressure hold it. I just.
well, I was getting to that.
Worried about it popping.
Yeah. So light cuts, and what I also did before, I put tape around it. So that's this method.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something.
Masking tape, reflective tape.
Or even shrink wrap the,
So, but we're not going to do that.
you know.
Oh yeah.
He says, oh, yeah.
Yep. It came off. The demo can continue. So we're gonna use cold jaws. I wish I had a different set of bumpers for these, but
Look at that.
so
Now you gotta change all your daily. You put that on the outside or the inside?
outside, it won't fit on the inside.
The wood jaws.
Yep. If you do wood jaws, then you could make it go.
Hey, did I ever give you any plastic ones to go with your cold jaws? Plastic jar?
No.
Yeah.
He's got a hole in the middle. I got a hole in the back.
I had to stop it. Put the two rest close, it won't be able to come off.
That's true. You'd be surprised. Like I did the first time. And I might go back to the jam chuck. This is not holding because this is tapered. But this is not holding.
Yeah. Yeah.
True.
Couple drops, because that comes right off, it doesn't soak into the wood.
That's a good idea. But if I was gonna do that, I'll go back to the jam truck anyhow. If I was gonna do that though. So yeah, we'll go back to the jam truck. That's holding better. And actually, I'm going to take this down just a little bit so I can put a little bit of tape on it, just in case. Just in case. Seeing as a demo. Get the roll of tape out. I know I had it out. Oh, there it is. Yeah, we'll put a little tape on just in case. Okay. But now do run nice and true. Signature. Nice light cuts. That's true, I do. Well, it's also the grain direction. Yeah, both ways. Is getting started on the edge of the. Yep. That's true. I have to remember. Okay, that's pretty close. Now, move this around. And I'm just going to basically just scrape this with the edge. Move up a little bit. A little bit of a chamfer. Hmm? Yep. That feels good. Now, so now I'm going to pull the tape off for sanding. And you're the wood shop teacher at Dover? Dover. You put a good word in for us. I sent him an email to ask him if was it he or her? Or I don't know if she wanted to do stuff with us and meetings there, but okay.
I've tried talking to him many times about that. He's totally social if you talk to him.
Uh
He doesn't always talk to us.
okay. Well,
He doesn't always talk.
yep.
So maybe someday she'll have.
Hmm. Yeah. I knew she didn't turn, but I was sort of hoping that we could be a resource and she wouldn't have to turn those. Okay. Well, the other thing I was hoping is that okay. My other hope was that we could have, used the shop as a meeting place at some point, but it wouldn't need.
Yeah, building access up to the floor is.
Yeah. Oh well. Um, good question. I was thinking about that. I think what I would probably do with them is do like an oil finish to get the grain out, and then just do a spray lacquer or polyurethane on them.
On your wax.
Towels. I think it was stronger than the bank. On my little foreign squares of,
Hmm. Yeah, I was thinking. I'm not sure.
Run that on to your fingers get wet.
I wasn't sure when to do wax or something more.
Wax, a little wax, it doesn't change the color, it stays hard forever.
True. Does it last though?
In the rain, it will, that's not what people are crazy. That's gonna go on. It won't drop. If you put these wax or the other wax, it will drop.
Yeah.
Well, you can do a friction polish with the lacquer. With the Oregon's lacquer. I've done that with pens and stuff.
Hmm. I spend a lot of time sanding. I don't want to. What's that? Oh, yeah, they have mineral spirits usually in them. And even like the Hampshire Sheen and those things, they have mineral oil. Now it's on there pretty tight actually. I bet this is a pine block, so it has a little bit of give. Okay. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it'll be good enough.
So if I did that, I would mount it onto the jam tub twice, at least twice.
You would do,
That way I could do the inside and outside on the open end,
yep.
flip it over, sand inside, outside on the other end.
Well, I can get to the other one before I fire it off though. So that's the but yeah, you could flip it around a couple times.
I'm just saying, that's why I have 4 setups.
Yeah. That's not bad. Does that all work? Make it look a little nice. Left on blade. A little walnut oil.
Turn the line of fire.
Now come back towards me.
So, Tom, at some point, just try sanding with a little bit of walnut oil on there. And
Yeah, I've tried it, but my sandpaper gums up pretty quick. How do you stop that from happening?
let's put it this way. It creates a slurry and it just keeps.
Maybe I'm not using enough oil then.
Huh?
Maybe I'm not using enough oil.
That beeswax.
This is beeswax. Oh, here we go.
With the oil, keep it saturated and it cleans up.
Okay, that's why I'm not using enough oil then. Because it gets real pasty and
Yeah,
it just
yeah,
jams
it
everything
creates
up.
a slurry.
So
Okay.
yeah, that's what I'm doing wrong then.
And what I'm doing with circular sanding, power sanding, actually it's a stiff plastic brush in the paper. Or if you feel it, you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Television audience, what's the finish you're using there?
Oh, this is Hampshire Sheen. So it's basically it's carnauba wax, microcrystalline wax in a mineral oil substrate. Not mineral oil, mineral spirit substrate. Give it a little bit of time to flash off a little bit.
You burn that in, or just-
No, you don't want to burn it in. Yeah, you let it dry, then you buff it a little bit. But if you buff too hard, it gets streaky. That's been my experience.
Half that inch, half the inside where you can, and then try to run the other half.
Yeah, that's a good idea. But people don't see the insides. I'm worth it.
You probably get bored of that all. I don't think it'd be, if I did, I'd be very.
No, I mean, it all comes down to what is the market value? Because I can work on something for 3 hours. I'm not going to get, you know.
$100.
So, but if a wooden bowl's worth $50, then I'll get $50. And that's the thing. People ask, you know, how much do you charge for things? Well, however much people pay for things. You got to find that sweet spot.
I end up, Glenn Lucas, you know, you can go look at his salad bowls and stuff, and he gets 150 euros for a 15-inch bowl, so I use that as a,
Mhm.
you know, kind of a guide thing, you know,
Don't use Andrew
Right.
Pierce as a guide.
yeah. Because when you look at, when you go and look at the leagues, online shopping thing, 15-inch bowl there is $300.
Mm.
You know, I was up to Tom Josh. Upstairs. Look at this. Wow, very small. Oh, calabash. Chef Beverly Love. I made it my what ends up really important with that is the wood itself.
Shouldn't wax things together, gotta pull them off. There we go.
I left the wall thin. I left the bottom wood and some weight in it. Set this on purpose. I got it all done. Put friction polish on it. Set it down. It wasn't off that much on a level. And you know what? Over time now it's just about level.
Not too bad. Not quite the same. Could have sounded more, but
That gonna fit your daughter?
no, it's probably gonna be too big for my daughters.
How old's your daughter?
Which one? I have 4.
You got 4 daughters. 1 a month, right? 1 a week, I mean.
So
Very good. Huh?
yeah, so that's the. But now we'll get some other ideas from Jim on how he'll.
Just a couple
Oh,
of fixtures, you
Yeah.
might want to show them.
uh,
Go.
So this is a set of wooden jaws that Jim used for his.
They fit a stronghold.
Put the one-way stronghold.
So but then they, they're regular 4 jaws, so they'll expand, and so you'll be holding it right there. So that's a real good idea. And also, I was saying they sell these plastic jaws for the Nova, so you could probably make this from that plastic jaw if you wanted to.
That's for making finger rings.
When you trim something in the end of the gym, but then what would be like that?
So
Oh, yeah.
Like
So
that.
what holds it? How do you hold it on the lathe?
Just chuck it on put it on the chuck, yeah.
Okay.
Chuck it on one end and slice it or expands it on the other end. And, it's good for holding rings.
Nice. So how do they get them lined straight? I mean, so they're not cocked.
They just slide on
They
and.
slide on and
They slide.
they'll center themselves.
Okay, I was always wondering about that.
Yeah, they'll center themselves pretty quick.
This is one of the ideas I was thinking of for the bracelets,
Yeah.
but I wasn't sure I could keep them from not getting.
They'll automatically line up
So
properly, I think.
nice. So there are other methods.
You could take, if you wanted to make someone an idea for these, you take, plumbing fitting. Okay, that would screw in, so you do a hollow that's just under the size of the fitting, cut some slots,
Oh, okay.
and then screw it in, and there's paper on the fitting,
Yep.
you know. I've done that with pipe plugs and stuff, for doing rims.
Cool. Okay.
These are things I made I don't know how many years ago, it was that we had the demonstration up at Scott's shop.
Mm-hmm.
He's been dead for 5 years now, or so. So,
Isn't that long?
I think so, I think he died in 17. Barbara's still a member, I think. He's gone. They had a lot of meetings up at his shop. Good turnout. Totally good turnout.
Remove the spotlight.
Well,
Very nice job.
Ah, Sue showed up. Sue Pryor,
still awake there.
the Farley.
That's it, too.
Nice job.
Okay,
We can attest to the TV audience, we can attest that it's nice and smooth, well sanded,
so,
and nice looking.
not well centered enough, though. But you don't want to watch me sand. Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anybody else have anything else they want to share?